Hey guys, it's Rod from Something Fishy. So today we're going to talk about one of my absolute all-time favorites in fish keeping hobby for over 10 years now, and that is the zebra Danio. So just like the white cloud mountain minnow, the zebra Danio is quite an easy fish to keep if you're just starting out on a hobby or just about to start taking care of fishes. It is one of the most readily available fishes in a lot of the aquarium shops. So where you would normally see a lot of things like goldfish, you would see things like white clouds. You're more likely going to see zebra danios as well. So this is one of the most common and one of the most popular fish to keep for a lot of beginners, but even for a lot of people that have kept fish for such a long period of time. They're just a great fish to have on your tank. And like I said, they're very easy to take care of. These fishes are native in the South Asian subcontinent, ranging in the northern part of India to Pakistan, Bangladesh, Nepal, and even Bhutan, where they live on streams. A lot of them are shallow streams, typically with slightly fast moving water. One thing that's good about them for beginners is they're very hardy. So they're one of the hardy fishes, particularly in terms of water parameters. They're one of the, I would say, one of the less sensitive fishes compared to other more sensitive tetras and maybe in some cases barbs as well. These are fishes that I have kept for over 10 years now, on and off, and they're always my go-to when I'm starting out a new tank. And they're very reliable. You can keep them without a heater depending on which part of the world you're living in. Like I said, they're one of the fishes that has a large tolerance to a wide range of water parameters. Maybe not quite as much as say the white cloud mountain minnow, but definitely a lot more than the more sensitive tetras and even barbs. In terms of growth, this fish will max out at roughly around 1.5 to 2 inches. Yeah, they won't really grow much more than that, so they're really good for small tanks, particularly a 10-gallon. You can keep them on 5-gallon, but it's recommended if you're starting up to get a 10-gallon tank, and you could put probably at least 6 of them. They are a schooling fish, so they need to be kept in groups. So usually it's best to get 5 or more, but if you can get a bigger tank, it's probably good if you can get at least 8 or more on a larger tank if you start with say a 10-gallon. So these are my zebra danios that you're looking at, and as you can see, they are very hyperactive, and that is one of the things that you would notice when you get these fish. You could see a lot of hyperactive fishes like some barbs and tetras. But definitely, as you could see from the zebra danios, they are a lot more active. They just don't stop. They're like this all day long, and you'll see them darting around on the top level of your tank and the middle section of your tank. They like to be in groups, and they look good in groups, as you guys can see. And they're just crazy. They're going all over the place. One thing I'd definitely say about the zebra danio is they are jumpy fishes, so I definitely don't recommend keeping these fishes on an open tank. Make sure you have a lid, and even if you have a lot of plants on your aquarium, I still don't recommend leaving the lid open. So this is not a fish that you'd want to keep in an open tank. They do jump. I can attest that from my own experience, and I know a lot of other people, even you watch on YouTube, will attest to that as well, and that is definitely true. So they are active and they have been known to jump, so make sure you have a lid on your tank. In terms of feeding, they're not fuzzy eaters at all. They would readily accept flakes. Just make sure you crush them into tiny pieces because they are quite small, and just so we can make sure it fits in their mouth. And you could also feed them some small fish granules. or sinking pellets. They will munch on those. Basically, they'll grab a hold of them, the granules, and then they'll bite them bit by bit. But you can put some or other frozen foods. They'll happily eat them as well. They're not fuzzy at all. The only thing though is I'll say is if you're planning to keep them with other fishes as well, just make sure that on some foods you feed them with something that sinks somewhere in the middle or even the bottom, because as you can see from the video, they dart around and they're very hyperactive, so they're all over the place. They're so quick that by the time the food gets to the other section, a lot of them would have been taken by the zebra Danio. If you have other fishes in your tank, chances are the zebra Danio will be the first to get to the food. As you can see, they swim around on the top a lot of the times. Apart from swimming in the middle section of the tank, they will be at the top as well, and they're very fast and hyperactive, and they're very alert when you put your food, a bit of food on your tank, especially if you feed them on a particular section of the tank, which is what I normally do. So just make sure that you're putting some food that will sink as well. Otherwise, it's going to be a struggle for the other fishes that you have, because a lot of the times they would be taken by the zebra Danio. But otherwise, they're good fish to keep. They're peaceful. They don't really harass any other fish. They may nip sometimes on some fishes, but generally they're quite harmless. You could keep them with a wide variety of other fishes, so you've got a lot of choice, which makes them also good. So if you like betta, you could put betta in the tank with them. You could put white cloud mountain minnows. You could put a lot of the live bearers like platies, mollies, swordtails, things like that, and even some of the bobs, some of the more peaceful bobs, like say cherry bobs, which I actually have on this tank as well with them. The good thing about them is they're one of the most readily available, just like the white cloud mountain minnow aquarium fishes that are available that you'll find on the pet shop or your local aquarium shop. So you'll find them easily, I'm pretty sure, and they're also quite cheap. Like in a lot of the pet shops in my area, you can get them for sometimes $2. That's $2 Australian, because that's where I am. But sometimes you could just get them for $5 for $15, which is reasonably cheap. Anyway, that's a look at the zebra Danio. I definitely recommend you guys consider the zebra Danio if you're just getting into the hobby of keeping aquarium fishes. So they're cheap, they're easy to take care of, and they're one of the most readily available fishes. And plus they're generally peaceful, so you could see my zebra Danios that I'm keeping here with cherry bobs and even some honey ticklip gouramis, and they all get along fine. So anyway guys, thanks for watching the video. Hopefully this is helpful in you getting to know a bit more about the zebra Danio. So definitely consider them. I highly recommend them if you're getting into the hobby. If you like the video, please hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell notification button. I'll constantly be updating you guys on the collection that I keep, and we'll do more guides on a lot of the recommended beginner fishes for new starters in the hobby. So stay tuned guys, and thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.